Yes, yes, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Right, I wanted to discuss how money is going to ruin everything until we get the fuck rid of it. Pretty much, probably like the movie Zeitgeist, but I think they're going to take it away in anticipation of that and try and make it electronic and stick you to it, so that there's no difference between you, your credit social score system bridges the gap, and your money or energy. So once again, they've seen slightly upstream with their power, they can implement things. But anyway, look, the point is money is going to fuck everything up. All the animals are dying. I don't know if you noticed that the extinction rates, maybe you guys don't research, but extinction is not becoming less. You know what I mean? It's becoming more. So I was just thinking about that, because the only way we can save the animals is if we connect to them and do it. We can't bring them into zoos and then expect all these bloodlines to continue. It's not their natural environment, and when you're depressed, imagine being in a cage in a zoo. You're not going to have even the same thoughts for continuing their DNA or their bloodlines, these animals, or species differentiation, so on. Can you not all see this? I call it the 7th, and allegedly it's the 6th. I call it the 7th mass extinction, the final biological extinction. And this is the planetary mind, doing all this. It's realized, can't really put our bodies in space the same way it can on long haul travel. So we're definitely going to do that. I forget what book that, Von Bronner's or some shit, that, replicating robots will go through the universe or whatever. Obviously that's in the planetary mind. He didn't come up with it. He was just the conduit, like us all. The planetary mind runs through everyone who has a soul. But remember, this channel's about people who are so disconnected that they act soullessly. Everything technically has a soul, but there is layers to reality, so you can definitely be soulless and disconnected. And when we talk about soul, we're talking about higher enlightened souls and stuff. And again, that would push through to the next generation. Light is what moves things. Light is information. We haven't got there yet. We can't measure it. Who knows? Beyond the Planck length, beyond the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, that's where Benjamin is, they say. Yep, that's where I am. That's where you want to be, but you can't be because you're soulless. Anyway, so fake Paul. Old fake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Why was it such a shitty fight? Exactly, money. It's the only reason. It's not just because Tyson is old, right? I really think he could have went much harder. I think we all could see this, that there was moments that he was holding back. Now, you might just put it down to, Ben, he's old, he's almost 60. Let's see what you're doing when you're 60. Well, there's some people who are, very healthy in their 50s, like they are not aging and stuff. There's people doing crazy protocols, longevity protocols. They look like they're fucking 30 when they're 50. I would if I had the money. So I'm trying to do it all naturally. More grounding, eat better. But even, that takes money to have the time to ground and eat better and so on. So that's again the AI attacking me, because I'd be really good with longevity. I know I would be. Anyway, I already look young. A lot of people say I don't look my age, and I'm not going to reveal what that is, but people say I look up to 10 years younger already. And I'm only in my 30s now. People say I'm like 25 and stuff sometimes, so it just depends if I shave and stuff. Anyway, and also again the light. If I'm having a light day, it radiates through your skin, right? Anyway, so back to this thing. Tyson, when he entered, look at the whole fucking setup, not just like his actual fighting. You have to think about the lead up. I could tell already, is this fight going to be rigged? What's going on here? Oh, it's all for money. I knew from the first few videos you had like Jake Paul with that fake Paul with his fat stomach bodysuit replying to Mike Tyson. It's all for views, which if you get millions of views, he just made like 100 grand on that video. You know what I mean? Just off ads, let alone everything else. Just on his Google ads. So I knew, all right, the back and forth, this is all for money, it's all show. I knew that from very, like fucking months ago. I thought, this is not good. I wonder what's going to happen here. And yeah, look, it was fucking disappointing. One of the worst fights I've ever fucking seen. Literally, I'm not even hating. It was shit. It was like boring to watch. You're just waiting for Tyson to do something and he's not fucking doing nothing. Right, he threw like 1 punches. He didn't even do any combos. Like there was like 3 times maybe in the whole fight where he, progressed forward and tried to corner him in the corner. And tried to get some good rally hits on him, some good combos. But yeah, I don't have to say it. You all saw it for yourself. You can all see it for yourself if you haven't seen it. It's very obvious. This is not the Tyson we know. Now, when he entered the stadium, I already saw this. I'm like, what the fuck? As soon as I saw his eyes, I'm expecting to see, the baddest man on the planet, look in his eyes and he's just ready to kill something. Super focused and stuff, Instead, he looked worried. He looked like, oh fuck, the night's come. I have to put on this fake show to get my 20 million so I can retire happily, at least in this fucking shit money world. And you almost can't blame him, you know what I mean? What would you do? Anyway, so I'm watching Jake Paul come in with his brother, that Logan Paul, on the car. Very slowly, very significantly. They're in some hotted up car, right? They've got like $1 billion between them. They're worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, apparently. By the way, Logan Paul, your prime drink is not hydration, it's shit. And it would dehydrate you because the citrulline, it's too much citrulline in there. You don't even understand the hydrogen of citrus, I'll bet. Anyway, so they come in on their car, right? It's super significant. And then Mike just comes in walking, looking worried. It was so off. I mean, I'm a shaman. The energies here were just so off. So obvious. I didn't even have to think about it. It's just right there. Right in front of you. Like, what the fuck? Why is Mike coming in so insignificantly? It's all for Paul. Right? It was all for fake Paul. That's what I'm saying. Even the views and all that, because I'm sure they ended up, paying him or whatever. It's not like Tyson would have paid the fake Paul brothers. He paid with his soul. This is why I'm making this video. I don't do trends. I'm not an organic portal. I don't like fads and fashion and making a video on every little trend and fight. This is a big deal because it's Mike Tyson, youngest heavyweight. I mean, he's just who he is, right? Everyone knows him. He's a great. He's one of the greats. Like Ali, like Terence McKenna, like Benjamin Kauenberg. Hopefully, if I can fucking not get harassed by this AI. Anyway, and if my books come out okay. But you get what I mean. He's a great, it's significant. And it was an example of soul scraping. I've been meaning to talk about soul scraping. I'm going to be talking about it, writing about it in Soulless Anthropoids Not Humans book, which will be out soon. Fuck, I'm just distracted. It's just distraction after distraction. It's gnarly. But I'm working on it. It's coming. It's a long way from where it was. It's almost ready to do final edits on. So it's still probably going to be a couple of months. Because I just keep getting distracted. Life keeps getting in the way of me just sitting there typing. And organic portals keep harassing me at the library, etc. Anyway, so it's an example of soul scraping. He just got fully soul scraped. We can all feel it. You can feel it. Watch the videos, understand what I'm talking about, and you will too feel it. You look in the man's eyes as he's entering the stadium, look in Mike Tyson's eyes, and you can already see. Pardon me. You can already see the aura and the difference. I can't believe it, you know, they entered really slowly in this big car. What's Logan got to do with his brother's fight, right? He's sitting there like a dick, and that guy keeps getting worse, that Logan Paul. He just looks like he's becoming more arrogant, which, like, proper arrogance is, you know, information denying. It's an ignorant build. It's not just for, you know, focus or something, and denying haters or something, because I'm sure that's how his aura presents it to me, like he's just trying to brush off the haters. So, but I think he's got a real problem developing in his mind. Anyway, so why the fuck was he in the car? What's he got to do with it? No one fucking cares. It's not even his fight. And why the fuck they come in a big showy car? You see what I mean? The whole thing was a show, just like the whole world is a stage. I've said that before. This whole world's a fucking stage. All this social engineering, it's all a fucking big show. You may as well be at the theatre. That's why we have, you know, street theatre and gang stalking as well. Anyway, so Mike Tyson just got soul scraped. You have yourselves an example. You can't ask me again for a better example. So go look at the video. You see Mike entering the stadium as he comes out of the thing there, and you look into his eyes. He is not the guy you see in all the other fights, where he comes in just looking mean and ready. He just looked apprehensive. He looked worried. He looked worried, like, very deeply. So I thought, why is he worried? I don't think he's worried about the guy being younger. Jake Paul being 27. Oh, I'm worried. He's Mike Tyson. I just don't think that was the case. He never showed that once either. I don't think he was just that worried and had, you know, stage nerves or something. You know what I mean? A bit of anxiety. It looked deeper. Check it out. It looked to me like he was worried about his GOAT, you know, greatest of all time reputation. That's how it looked to me. It looked as deep as it could go. Yeah, I'm very good at seeing this in people's eyes. Some people can't see this in people. But go check it out. Tell me how I'm wrong if you think I am. You can't just say I'm wrong just out of nothing. You have to tell me how. But yeah, so you can tell very obviously he's, you know, he's worried. I was like, fuck, he's worried about his reputation. I just saw it. I was like, yeah, he's worried about his reputation. He's not worried about Jake Paul knocking him out. It's his reputation he's worried about. Fuck, he's going to be putting on a show. Fuck, it's rigged. That's what I was thinking. Stuff like that. So then he gets in the ring, you know, the first 2 rounds, he was pretty, you know, decent kind of thing. Like, I mean, he went after Jake Paul a little bit, and it looked like maybe he got a bit gassed. Because he's 60, I get it. But he's been training so hard, he's been doing it all his life. And, you know, sure, if he hadn't trained, you could be that gassed. But he's been training fucking fierce. And look at his body as well. He's 60 and he's fucking, like, big and cut. That takes a bit of effort. And I've seen a lot of his videos training. He trains like a fucking maniac. I train hard. I go to the gym almost every single day for the last year. And, you know, I push for like, I'm there for like 2 hours often. And you say, why aren't you bigger? Because I do a lot of martial arts and stuff now. The first 6 months was just all muscular size gains. But then I realized I don't want to be big and sloppy. I want to be strong and you know, accurate. And then I started martial arts. Anyway, so I look into Mike Tyson's eyes. I'm just thinking, man, this guy's worried about his reputation. And I think it was just all for money. It's a big soul scraping example. I almost want to call him a sellout, but I won't. Out of respect, but I'm pretty sure you can tell that's my true feelings, so I'll go ahead and say that that's my true feelings. I feel like he sold out. Fuck media, fuck money, all this shit is fucked. This was the stupidest thing, and don't forget how I started this video. We're going to lose the animals. You're going to lose the animals. Your kids are going to wake up in a world where they can't go communicate with, you know, an ape and stuff and figure it out. Like, I can go work at Australia Zoo here. You know, Steve Irwin's reptile park, that's now Australian Zoo, by the way. It used to be called Reptile Park. Oh, here we go. we got that undercover stopping car here. Anyway, so I find this interesting because, you know, I've been thinking about soul scraping. We have a great example, and the animal example is the same thing. You're gonna feel soulless when these animals are gone. They're part of us. There's pictures in Consciousness where there's a guy sitting with his head down and his body's made of animals. Anyway, the bus is coming, I've got to go.